So I was working with a motivational speaker, professional speaker, a couple of years ago, and he'd just written a book, and he wanted to give a great speech on the subject of the book. So we worked a while, we created this speech, and he wanted to try it out in a relatively safe space. So we went to Vegas, a very safe space, of course, and he collected 1,000 of his closest personal friends, and we were ready to give the speech. And I said to him, if you give this speech right, if you do it right, you're going to find that at a certain point in the speech, you're going to hear this strange noise. It's going to be this sort of sound. And if you hear that noise, then everything's going just right. And my client said, really? What does that noise portend? And I said, well, that's the sound of 999 people, because I won't be doing it, 999 people leaning over, picking up a pad of paper, and starting to take notes. Because if you do it right, that means you've taken your audience on the right kind of journey that you have to do to give a successful speech. So the client starts out, he's giving the speech, and he's rattling away. He's a very professional guy, very smooth, considering especially it's the first time out. And he gets to the point in the speech, and sure enough, there's this sound. 999 people lean over, pick up a pad of paper, and start taking notes. And my friend looks out at me at this point across that sea of heads and says, cool. And then he goes back to giving the speech. And when he got done, he came down off the stage, and we met in the green room, and he said, how did I do? And I said, you did great, but if you ever break frame like that and say cool in the middle of a speech, I will personally kill you. What audiences love is being given a chance to do something. Your job as a speaker is to take an audience from passive, which is where they start. They come in, they sit down, they put their butts in the chair, and they listen to you, to active. Because most people are paid to be, and by nature are active. They like to do things. And so if you build an active moment into your speech, your audiences will reward you with huge satisfaction and a much better retention of the message that you're telling them.